Okay, let me explain to you about this color. I know it's an ugly orange, but I'm here to give you freshman advice, not fashion advice. Hello people of the internet and welcome to my channel. I know you're probably asking yourself, April, why do you own a shirt that bright in orange? Like literally, that is a fashion disaster. I normally don't wear this shirt that much, but I bought this shirt for a reason. The reason why I have this shirt is because I bought this shirt when recently my teacher, Mr. Hansen, passed away, and in order to remember him, he had this like weird fetish, the color orange. So whole school decided to wear orange. So I was like, why not buy a really bright orange shirt? And I'm wearing it, rocking it. But let's be honest, the only person who can rock orange is Mr. Hansen, because orange is a really ugly color. Now, I just started this video with a little bit of a really sad subject, but this is actually going to be a really beneficial video because I'm going to tell you how and why it's important to create strong and really good relationships with your teachers, because in the long run, they're the people who have your back most of high school. And well, I decided to wear this shirt because Mr. Hansen was one of those, like, the very first bonds I was able to make a teacher in high school. So I'm wearing it. Reason number one why making relationships with your teachers is important, because they are literally the ones who have your future in their hands. Like, sure, you're the one who makes the grades. You're the one who actually makes the grades. You're the one who decides. You're the one who decides to do the work. You're the one who tries on the test. But actually, they're the ones who put the numbers in. They're the ones who decide what grades you get. So you really don't want to make a bad relationship with your teacher. Obviously, a teacher isn't going to be like hateful and bring you down a letter grade just because you're being disrespectful in class. But when you're probably on a borderline grade and you've been a good student, chances are they'll probably bump it up to that grade you want. Example, one time I was in history class and I had an 89% in that class. And I was like, Mr. Hansen, I really need to get an A because I want a 4.0. Night alert! And he was like, well, if you do good on the project, it's probably going to go up. And I did the project and I got an 89 on the project too. So he was like, well, you got an 89. That's not going to move your grade. But I've seen how much you hard work your class, and I see how much you really want it, so I'm going to bump the grade on your project 1%. And I was able to get a 90% in this class. So making those good relations with teachers is what sometimes makes your grades. Like, it's not just your ability of taking tests or the ability of doing homework, but also your participation in class and how you act in front of the teacher. If you're being disrespectful, then not your smartest idea. Avoid making bad relations with your teachers because honestly, it's not going to help you in the long run. It's just going to give you a really negative effect. So just don't do it. 2. Teacher recommendations. Your recommendations are key because teachers trust other teachers. So if, for example, for applying to student government, I had to have 2 teachers recommendations. One of them was my Spanish teacher, which I got really close to because we both speak Spanish, and I don't know, she really helped me a lot. Freshman year, by the way, freshman year. And second was Mr. Hansen, rest in peace. And they made my teacher recommendations. And the reason why teachers trust, and the reason why it's so good to have teacher recommendations for applying to student government or applying to future clubs or applying to college is because, well, yes, teachers trust teachers. They trust that teachers are going to make the right judgments about the students, so they know if they want them in their club or if they want them in their college. So if you have a good relationship with your teacher, or if you have a good relationship with your teacher, you made a good positive impact on them, or if you made like a really good impression on them, chances are they can help you get into the college you want or the club that you want to be in. Last but not least, number 3, it makes school even funner. I don't know, that's really weird. If you always keep a really negative attitude towards your teachers and you're always like, oh my gosh, everything they're teaching, this is so boring, and if you stick that, and if you put that mentality in your head, chances are the class is gonna be boring. But if you actually try to communicate with your teachers, if you actually try to be interested, if you actually try to get to know them, then chances are it's going to be a lot more funner because most teachers aren't as strict as they seem to be. Example, Mr. Hansen, he, since the beginning he didn't strike me as a really strict teacher considering that I was taller than him. But but once you create that relationship with your teachers, then it's just more fun. It's about religions, World War II, and the Cold War and after that, and now current year with my new teacher, she's teaching it again, and I remember everything from that class. Normally, unfortunately, from other classes that I went before, they all leave by the summer. But everything that he taught me, because of the way he taught, I was able to remember it. So he was just a really big weirdo. Like, seriously, once you create those relationships with your teachers, then class becomes more fun. He was the type of teacher that when you were on your phone or taking Snapchat or on Twitter while it was work time,